Hey guys, so I wanted to talk a little bit about some supplements that I take specifically for working out, especially since being on a GLP-1 medication. Now, again, to be fair, I've been weightlifting a really long time. I have already been taking all of these supplements prior, but now that I've been on a GLP-1 medication and the reduced calorie intake has really made recovery time a lot rougher for me. And so these supplements that I take do help combat that a little bit, and I think their value in taking some of these. Also, disclaimer: I'm obviously not a doctor. Consult your doctor or your primary provider before taking any supplements, just to make sure it's right for you. Everyone's different, so definitely consult your doctor. Also, for what it's worth, I don't think you need to take any supplements at all to establish some kind of workout routine. Especially, I mean, if you're planning just to do cardio or something, you probably don't need to take any supplements. I think if you're going to weight lift, there are some supplements that are certainly helpful with muscle building and recovery time. And so since I weight lift, that's why I take these, and that's why I wanted to talk about them. So at the top of my list, I wanted to talk about creatine, and specifically creatine monohydrate. There is so much research and so many studies that have been done on creatine. It's probably one of the most well-studied supplements that you could take. It is definitely a safe supplement to take, and it aids in it helps enhance ATP production, which provides you more energy during your workout. It can also promote muscle recovery after your workout by speeding up your recovery. It reduces muscle fatigue during your resistance training. But there's also some studies now on it that talk about some of the cognitive benefits of it. So it helps support brain energy function. Some studies show it improves your memory, focus, and mental clarity. And it may also even help with conditions like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. So in my opinion, there's no reason to not take creatine. The recommended dose is 3 to 5 grams per day. And the creatine that we take is this caged brand, creatine monohydrate. The reason I like this brand is, one, it's affordable. Two, it also mixes really well. You've heard me talk about this in my other supplement video too. I'm all about something that mixes well, because if it's gritty and it doesn't taste well, you're not going to take it. So this mixes really well. You can't taste it at all. You can't even detect it. So that's why I like this one. The next one I want to talk about is protein. And having a good whey protein will certainly be helpful, especially when you're on a GLP-1, because you're not going to eat very much. And in order to really support your weightlifting and your recovery, you definitely got to get protein in. And I have a hard time eating it. So the best way to get it in is through some kind of protein powder or shake. And the one that I like is this caged brand. It's a whey protein isolate. Now, a few things that I like about this particular protein is, one, I've tasted a lot of proteins, okay? A lot of different brands, and none of them are like great. This is by far the best tasting protein that I've ever had. That you can only get it in like chocolate, peanut butter, and vanilla. My wife likes the vanilla. I really like the chocolate. I haven't tried the chocolate peanut butter one, but I'm sure it tastes good too. But what I like about this is it's a whey isolate, which means that it's low on lactose. So if lactose messes up your tummy, which it does for me and for my wife, this will definitely help reduce those issues. Also, it has only 1 gram of sugar in it, so it actually uses a sweetener to sweeten it instead of sugar. So again, reduces the sugar in here and the carbs, and it's only about 120 calories per scoop, and you get about 25 grams of protein per scoop. So overall, a good whey protein is good to have. All right, guys, sorry, I'm back. My phone went dead, so I wait for it to charge. So that's why it's dark now. Anyways, the last supplement I wanted to talk about is a pre-workout. Now, I don't think a pre-workout is necessary to get a good workout. And I definitely think it depends on the time of day that you're working out. It will definitely make a difference. If you're working out at like 5 o'clock in the evening after work, I definitely wouldn't recommend a pre-workout with any kind of caffeine in it because you probably will have a hard time going to sleep. They do make pre-workouts that use a different kind of stimulant instead of caffeine. Never tried them. Don't know if they're good. Let's definitely do some research on that. But I work out in the morning. We work out at like 5:30 in the morning. So having a kick of caffeine definitely helps. I've taken a pre-workout long enough, and anytime that I do not get a pre-workout in, like if we're waiting for a shipment to come or something and I go to work out without any pre-workout, I definitely notice a difference. So I think a pre-workout is definitely helpful. Now, I just want to preface a couple things. Pre-workout with caffeine can be tricky. So just to give you an idea, a typical like cup of coffee has about 95 milligrams of caffeine in it. And I think there's like your energy drinks and stuff like that can range anywhere from like 100 to 300 milligrams of caffeine, which is, quite a bit more. And then this pre-workout has about 395 milligrams of caffeine. That's a lot of caffeine. And if you aren't used to taking that much caffeine, I definitely don't recommend just taking 395 milligrams of caffeine out of nowhere. In fact, most pre-workouts will actually tell you to start with a half a scoop, or if a serving is 2 scoops, starting with 1 scoop, like a half of a serving, and until your body kind of gets used to it. If you go balls to the wall and just jump into 395 milligrams of caffeine, you may hear colors and get really like itchy and jittery, and that's not fun. So definitely, if you're going to start in a pre-workout, start slow, gradual, and kind of work your way up. But I will say I've gone and worked out without pre-workout, and I'm not interested in doing that. So if I worked out in the evening, it might be different, but I work out in the morning, and having that kick is certainly helpful. I know some pre-workouts, this one says, it has things that will, promote a good muscle pump and protein synthesis. I don't know about that. I just know that it gives me a kick in the butt to push harder, just give me more focus and energy in the morning. So that's primarily why I take it. But that's all the supplements I take specifically for working out. Again, I don't think any of these are necessary especially to start out. Just get yourself a routine and go consistently. But I will say, if I were to have to pick any one of these, I absolutely hands down would pick creatine monohydrate for sure. But everything else you can kind of work in. I think also too, if you're on a GLP-1, you're probably going to end up having to take some protein because you're not going to be able to eat enough of it. And having a protein shake will get your protein in. So let me know if you want to see like my workout gear. I've been weightlifting long enough that I have some extra gear that helps, and I thought about doing a video on that as well.